Hello Mzansi and welcome to Art Mzansi. Jacob Zuma maintained his arrest was not warranted at his first public appearance after his 15-month sentence for contempt of court ended. He also mocked ANC chairperson Gwede Mantashe, saying it was absurd that he called him old for making himself available to contest the party's chairperson position. Zuma was at the Pietermaritzburg High Court for his private prosecution against journalist Karen Morgan and NPA prosecutor Billy Downer. During his first public appearance after his sentence, Jacob Zuma made a veiled attack on the judiciary while also mocking his political opponents. Zuma, who received a warm welcome from a large crowd at the Freedom Park opposite the Pietermaritzburg High Court, thanked his supporters for backing him throughout his prison sentence. He also claimed that his arrest last year was unwarranted. In a statement, he said, "I'm prepared for whatever might come my way. The struggle is not yet over. I want to thank you especially because when times were tough and I was sent to prison for 15 months, you were there. The sad part was that I was arrested for no reason at all. The real reason was because I refused to hear the advice of judges of the Constitutional Court when they asked me to do something that was against the Constitution, when they were trying to force me to answer questions even against my own will, which is against the law." In March of 2021, Zuma chose not to file an answering affidavit to the Zondo Commission's application asking the Constitutional Court to sentence him to a prison term for contempt. This came after the former president's failure to oppose a successful application by the Commission in 2020 for an order compelling him to heed a summons to testify for 5 days at the Commission in mid-February. The Commission resorted to this avenue after Zuma walked out of the Commission's proceedings and refused to return until the chairperson recused himself. Zuma flouted the 2020 order compelling him to return to the Commission to give testimony, leaving the Commission with no choice but to ask the court to find him in contempt and jail him. Following Zuma's arrest, his supporters embarked on protests, which soon turned violent as people rampaged and looted through parts of KZN and Gauteng. More than 350 people died and billions of rands in damages were incurred. Last year, Zuma opened a criminal case against Downer, the lead prosecutor in his corruption trial for the alleged leaking of confidential medical notes to Morgan. Both Morgan and Downer have maintained they did nothing wrong. The NPA refused to prosecute Downer and issued a legal document required to institute a private prosecution. This opened the way for Zuma to launch a private prosecution against Downer over the medical information. Describing the case on Monday, Zuma said it was unprecedented where the prosecuted was now accused, while he, known to be a serial accused, was now prosecuting. Similar sentiments were shared by KZN chairperson Siboniso Duma, who said Zuma has managed to put white people on the dock, something that is unheard of. Showing his hand as the party leads up to its national conference in December, Duma said the ANC in KZN is not for sale, and whether you're happy or not, will support and take guidance from Zuma.